Cotton bags versus plastic bags. Many of you would have already seen the seemingly outrageous claims on social media and even in the press saying that cotton bags are worse for the planet than plastic bags. This is a bit like saying disposable coffee cups and lids are better for the planet than ceramic mugs, or that it's better to spend trillions on mitigating the actual effects of climate catastrophe rather than spend a fraction of that money stopping it happening in the first place. Crazy, right? Nobody knows for certain, but it can take up to 500 years for a single plastic bag to break down in landfill to be unrecognisable as a bag. After that, it will turn into microplastics and nobody really knows how long that will last for. Nobody has lived long enough to know whether 500 years, that's roughly 6 of your lifetimes, is a good estimate or not on how long before a plastic bag degrades into microplastics that will be ingested by future generations in their food chain and in the water they drink. So today I'm going to try and explode the myth peddled by bad actors and their often well-meaning victims that cotton bags are worse than single-use plastic bags and bags for life. I'm also going to explain the difference in carbon emitted in the production of each of single-use plastic bags, premium plastic bags for life, paper bags and cotton bags. But if you don't have time to watch the entire video just now, why not subscribe to my channel and check back later, but not before hammering the like button. So let's get on with it. So what is a bag for life? No, not that. That is so rude and indeed sexist. But really, hands up any male in the UK who has not made that joke at least once in their lives. Obviously in a friendly term of endearment sort of way. 90% of males will admit to this. The other 10% are either liars or don't have a sense of humour, or live with a woman who doesn't have a sense of humour. I say the UK because I think the bags for life thing is a UK phenomena. So a bag for life is where you buy a plastic bag from a supermarket or grocery store, probably for around 20p, and you're able to theoretically to go back to the store at any time and exchange it for a new one if it wears out. The supermarkets in the UK started doing this in 2016 when the government mandated that all large grocery stores had to charge a minimum 5p for a single-use plastic bag. And this was a massive success. I mean, off-the-scale success on paper. It reduced the amount of single-use plastic bags being used in supermarkets by a staggering 95%, so it was huge. But it also provided a new income stream for the supermarkets who were now able to charge for something that they used to give away for free. I get into that in a bit more cynical detail in a much earlier video I put together, which you can see here and also in the description below. Let's look at the carbon cost of producing one single-use plastic bag at around 3 grams of CO2. Your next level plastic bag is your premium stronger plastic bag. These come in at around 10 grams of CO2 for each bag. Then you have your bags for life coming at around 50 grams of CO2. And a sturdy paper bag comes in at around 80 grams of CO2. And then you have your badly produced cotton bag, which would be 513 grams of CO2. And what I mean by badly produced, not all cotton is produced equally. If you choose organic cotton, the carbon footprint is about 50% of regular cotton. And please hold that thought next time you're buying your next t-shirt or indeed anything cotton. But anyway, let's work on worst case scenario. And I don't know what scenario this is, and I'll explain why in a moment. If you have a cotton bag like this one, you would have to use it 171 times before it becomes more sustainable than, well, 171 of these. And look, I have no idea how many actual bags there are in this picture. You get the idea that carbon emissions are only part of the story. So another way of putting this is for the same carbon footprint of using a cotton bag 171 times, you could save this amount of pollution. Let's illustrate this here. We are all manipulated by the papers we read, the TV channels we watch, the Facebook pages, Twitter feeds, Instagram accounts we follow, and the YouTube videos we watch. When the petrochemical industry got hold of the study that said that you needed to use a cotton bag 171 times for its carbon footprint would equal that of a single plastic bag, they had a field day and people jumped all over it, from news channels to YouTube channels. And this is the kind of rhetoric they used. Petrochemical industry, misinformation and nudge edition. There is nothing to worry about. Plastic bags are good for the planet. Cotton bags are killing the planet at almost 200 times the rate of plastic bags. Groundbreaking report. According to the latest research, the carbon footprint of producing a single cotton shopping bag is an astonishing 171 times that of producing a single-use plastic bag. A leading spokesman has said that the petrochemical industry can now be exonerated and are looking forward to ramping up production to keep up with new growing demand. You are being manipulated. Let's put another spin on that. Climate Emergency Weekly, Science Edition. We are running out of time. Can cotton carrier bags save the planet? Using just one cotton bag can save 171 plastic bags from going to landfill, being incinerated or polluting our planet. Groundbreaking report. According to the latest research, for the same carbon footprint as producing 171 plastic bags, it is possible to produce just one single cotton bag that can be used time and time again, with some people claiming to have used theirs thousands of times already. It won't save the planet on its own, said a spokesman from WAPAT. Oh, I think that's me. But things are so critical right now that it really is a case of taking every possible action open to us to reduce our collective carbon footprint and to stop polluting the earth, the oceans, rivers and countryside for centuries with something we only use for 12 minutes. So you can see there's two different spins you can do on the same thing. If you subscribe to the former, you are being manipulated by the petrochemical industry, who have a vested financial interest in selling you this shit. So I mentioned earlier about my cotton bag, so here's a quick story for you. In my younger days, I used to live in Southern California, and I bought this bag when I lived there, and I left there 24 years ago. So this bag is at least 24 years old. I would generally take it out at least 3 times a week. So it's most likely been used, well, I calculated 3,816 times. It is beginning to look, well, it's beginning to look a bit shabby, to be honest. It's been in the washing machine a few times, but here it is. Almost 4,000 uses. I've lost a few umbrellas in my time, even my keys. My mobile phone, my wallet, my girlfriend, the family pet, and one time my shirt. It's a long story, but there was a casino involved. And I've even lost my parents, both of them. And no, I'm not careless. But I have never lost my Trader Joe's cotton bag. Think about it. I mean, look, I know this does happen from time to time. People leaving their children at the service station, people leaving their shopping at the supermarket. These are thankfully both very rare events, unlike umbrellas and girlfriends. So it's either hanging on the hook in my home or it's full of shopping. You are unlikely to lose it. So the story is both true and indeed believable if you think about it. But let's say that you use yours just once a week. A lot of people shop this way. And you keep your Trader Joe's bag for 24 years, like I have. That is still 1,325 uses, which is a saving of 1,325 single-use plastic bags, not polluting our planet, and a CO2 saving of 34.62 kilos. And that is ignoring that the disposal of a cotton bag compared to a plastic bag is a whole different bowl of monkeys. So obviously the answer here is to use either a cotton bag or a bag for life. But to be honest, thinking about it, I cannot see one of these bags for life lasting 24 years like this one has. So I'm definitely sticking with the cotton bag. If you already have a bag for life, or a sturdy plastic bag, or a sturdy paper bag, you should continue to use it until it becomes unusable. If I am going shopping, I have to remember to take my mask, a means by which to pay, and a shopping bag. If I forget any one of these three things, I can't go shopping and will have to go home without my roll of sticky back tape and my bottle of ordinary household bleach. If you have enjoyed this video, please do hammer the like button and drop me a comment. I would love to hear how often you have used your single-use bag, premium plastic bag, bag for life, or indeed cotton bag. And if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. By doing any or all of these things, you will help me spread the word and affect positive change.
Coming up next, it's Ask Angus.
So we are back this week with Ask Angus, where I answer your questions directly. So, Anthea, this week's question, please.
Angus, would you wear a mask, please?
Yeah, all right. Okay, no, I can. I'll do that. One sec. Anthea, this week's question, please.
What do I do with all the plastic containers in my kitchen when I finish with them?
Can I take the mask off now?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Oh my God, that is such an easy one. Keep them and use them again. Possibly look for a zero waste shop where you can get them refilled. The plastic has already been produced. The other most damaging part to the environment is when it's disposed of, even if it's recycled. So hold on to it for as long as you can. I'll cover that in a future video, but recycling of plastic, whilst better than burning landfill or dumping it in the Pacific garbage patch, China, Malaysia, Turkey, or wherever they are going with it next, is not the silver bullet we think it is. So God, yes, keep hold of it, treat it with reverence that something will last hundreds of years deserves. The exception to that would be if it holds food or drink. I've already put together a few videos on bottled water, which I'll put a link up here. But because plastic will leach out from the bottles into the water or food. But for cleaning products, I would keep hold of it and reuse it for as many times as you can. And for anything else, if you have plastic in your home, give it a plastic bag, plastic anything. If you can reuse it until its life is over, and then make sure it's properly recycled. That's my advice. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Hopefully you'll see me in a couple of weeks. Thank you for watching. Thank you.